This is the most popular quote from Noise by Daniel Kahneman, Sunstein, and Olivier Sibony. It's also the theme of the entire book. Ready? Wherever there is judgment, there is noise. And more of it than you think. Dun dun dun! Amazing! So true! But what does it mean? And how do we fix it? There are two kinds of errors in judgment. Say your team is aiming at a bullseye and everyone misses but hits the same area. Kahneman calls that a bias, when the error in judgment is systematic. The whole team is off target in the same direction. How do you fix that? Well, that's a different book. But let's say you ask your engineers how long it will take to complete a project, building a new feature. They're all gonna give you the exact same answer and hit their target in unison, right? Yeah. Probably not. They're likely going to give you different answers, different estimates that don't end up hitting the target exactly. That's an example of noise, variability that shouldn't exist. Judgments are noisy when people who are expected to agree end up at very different points around the target. The point of this book is that people spend a lot of time thinking about biases, and we don't worry that much about noise, but we should. In real-world decisions, the amount of noise is often scandalously high. Ooh, scandalous! Dun dun dun! This book is nuanced and complex. My head hurts. They go into so many examples of noise problems, but the one that matters most to product managers is how long is this project going to take? How do we fix that noise? Decision hygiene is the answer, like washing your hands, but here, we're not preventing disease in general, we're preventing all that noise that leads to bad decisions in general. So here is one decision hygiene tactic. Obtain independent judgments from multiple judges, then consider aggregating those judgments. One thing I used to do is play planning poker with the engineers on my team. Everyone votes on how long a task will take to complete, and then when the votes are in, the facilitator reveals the estimates, and anyone who voted really high or really low explains themselves, and then the group either re-votes or takes the average score. This takes all that noise, all the darts all over the board, and helps the team come to a unified decision. So this book is not about tech at all, but a key example of noise research. They ask software developers how long it would take to complete a task. And then they ask the exact same developers how long it would take to complete the exact same task a few days later. And their estimates differed by 71% on average, meaning not only is there noise among colleagues, we produce our own noise, depending on what day you ask us to do something. And this is why I never ask an engineer how long a feature will take until after they've had their coffee. Joking, but not really. You got this.